Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. Yesterday we took a look at the Decepticon Phantom Strike Squad, so now we're going to take a look at the Autobot Alphastrike Counterforce. Their mission is to analyze the attack patterns of Skywarp, anticipate his next target, and counter-strike. So, this would basically be the Autobot side to fight Skywarp off. And for it, you get 3 Autobots. We get Slam Dance, a covert clone version of Sideswipe, and Trenchfoot. Of course, all these guys are obvious repaints. This is obviously a new version of Sideswipe, painted in his G2 colors. And Slam Dance here is a repaint of Skytread. And of course, Trenchfoot's just another repaint of one of the other Battle Masters. But we'll take a look at him first. He functions as the gunner, counterfire gunner for the team. You can raise his arms up about so far, and rotate his arms all the way around. He can do nearly a full split at his legs, and can raise his leg at the hip 90 degrees. To transform him into a gun, basically we fold the gun barrel over his head, connect his legs together, fold the legs over, and attach the posts on them into the gun. Well, yeah, he's a repaint of Blowpipe, actually. And then we connect his arms into the hips like so. And of course he comes with an energy blast that we can outfit him with. And if you'll excuse me a moment, I gotta change the batteries in the camera. Now, with Trenchfoot out of the way, we'll take a look at the obvious Sideswipe, as we all know him very well from an earlier review. Everything's pretty much the same about him. The biggest change, besides the colors of him, is to his weaponry, now sporting a black and gray, or black and silver coloring. And of course, they can still be combined into the one weapon, which is nice. The articulation is still the same, but we'll go ahead and transform him into his alt mode. Just for the fun of it. There's no real reason to go comprehensive about it, since we've already done this. And unfortunately, I do not have a G2 version of Sideswipe to show you to compare him, but basically he's the same as the G1. So he basically would become a black Lamborghini instead of a red Lamborghini. And now, he becomes a black and red Cybertronian car. Which does look rather sleek and sexy in this color combination. And of course, mount the gun on top, and Sideswipe is ready for his mission. Now that brings us down to Slam Dance. Now, while Sideswipe really didn't have a function other than being a covert clone, Slam Dance here functions as the Counter-Strike Digital Intelligence Analyst. Now, for you G1 fans, yes, Slam Dance was a character in the G1 line. He was a combiner cassette released very near the end of the line. As you can see, they've got the colors reversed on the toy, but that's simply because the other modes are reversed as well on here. But still, I'll give them an A for effort. They at least captured the image of the original toy quite well. And giving him a similar function with him being the digital intelligence analyst. Slam Dance, while not given an official function on the cards, was something of a war correspondent, as both of his robot halves each also functioned in correspondence. One of them in audio, the other in video. Now, let's get them transformed and see how they look in their other modes. Here we go, with all of them broken down into their components. The tanks are Grand Slam, which is a popular name at Hasbro, as that's shared by a G.I. Joe character. And the planes are Rain Dance. And while you can see that they're kind of not doing the same thing in terms of how their appearances come out, that's due to, as we've said earlier, the Siege version is a repaint of Skytread. It does capture a lot of their essence from the original day. And of course, these two little guys can also become cassette tapes. But all in all, this kind of brings Slam Dance back into the mainstream, and that much I like about it. Overall, what are my thoughts for the Alphastrike Counterforce? This is a good set to pick up, so I definitely would put it up amongst the top tier. I mean, even though, yes, everybody's a repaint, they were done with a decent care to them that does make them work out. I mean, Trenchfoot is a nobody character as the gun, so we don't all have to worry about him much. But I do know there were quite a lot of fans of Sideswipe's G2 colors, as there is something that could always be said for a black Lamborghini back in the day. So, seeing one done up like this, that's a nice touch-up. And I do enjoy the fact that Slam Dance was brought back into the form for this set. Slam Dance is a character that was brought out very late in the G1 line, and not a lot of people probably remember him. His Decepticon counterpart, Squawk Box, was just recently reviewed here on my channel. So you can at least get a look at that, although I doubt he's going to be making any appearances anytime soon in the series. But overall, this set seems to be worth seeking out on Amazon. Of course, it's going to cost you the same amount of money as the Decepticon set. And for this, you're getting 2 deluxe class figures and a Battle Master. So you're not saving near as much money by buying it like this. But I do think that even though the cost savings is insignificant, this is definitely a worthwhile set to have. The care put into the detailing on the larger robots and the inclusion of a nearly forgotten character in the G1 line definitely makes this a top tier worthy set. And that concludes my review of the Autobot Alphastrike Counterforce set. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked the video, drop me a thumbs up here on YouTube. New to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and join our ranks. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll be alerted when new content goes up. And also, please share your thoughts about Sideswipe and Slam Dance and Trenchfoot in the comments down below. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.